Hi, and welcome to this week's breathwork session. So excited to be here with you today. I hope you're excited for our breathwork journey. I'm Teresa, and I have been doing breathwork now for about 9 months. I started out doing pranayama through my yoga practice, and then I was introduced to alchemy of breath by a friend, and I've been breathing now the conscious connected breath now for about 9 months, and really have experienced such tremendous growth and healing, and I'm just really excited to be able to share breath work with you all today. And just curious, are there any new breathers out here today? You are more than welcome. I'm very excited to have you here. And since you're new and not really familiar with this process, let me go through a couple of things. Just want to talk about the structure of how the class is going to go. We're going to be breathing for about 30 minutes. I will be playing music. The music will start out gentle and slow while we just start to get connected to our bodies and connected to our breath. And then the music will start to pick up. And so you can think of it as climbing a mountain. So the music will get more intense. The breath should also then get more intense to match the music. We're going to get to the peak, the top of the mountain. We're really going to be working really hard with the breath. And then we'll slowly start to come down the other side of the mountain. The music will get a little more gentle. And then we'll just finalize our breathwork session with just some really nice, just kind of uplifting, quiet music that is just hopefully you'll find very inspirational. So in breathwork, we do breathe through the mouth, and it looks a little something like this. So this is what's called the conscious connected breath. It's connected because there's no pause or hesitation between the inhalation and the exhalation. And I usually like to think of it kind of like waves crashing on the beach. The inhalation is the wave as it crashes on the beach. It's more powerful. That's where the work is done on the inhalation. And then the wave that's kind of receding back out into the ocean, there's like no effort at all to that. So your out breath, you're just going to let it go. So the work is again on the in breath. And then the out breath is just really gentle, really easy. And it's just a really great experience. You can do this laying down. You can do this sitting up. You might want to have a blanket or cushions nearby to support your back if you're sitting up, or a blanket if you're laying down in case you get cold. Going to go through a range of experiences. There's really It's a personal journey for everybody, so don't worry about what the person next to you or anybody else is experiencing, but we can experience some physical sensations. You could have tingling, you could have shaking, you could feel hot or cold, you could experience kind of vibration in the body, and don't be afraid to move. If you need to move the arms or move the legs or anything to keep the energy flowing, or if you have any sort of like physical discomfort, you are not locked into place. You are free to move the body. You may also experience some emotional sensations. You might have tears, you might have laughter, and it's really personal to you. We are moving energy through the body. You might be blocking anything that any past emotions or experiences could come up during the breath work, and that's perfectly okay. You may experience a dry mouth. Sometimes the throat gets a bit dry. I actually tend to salivate more often breathing through the mouth, but your body will adjust. So I'm just going to invite you to keep going with it and to just keep breathing and stay focused on your breath and making sure that there is no pause in between the inhalation and the exhalation, and breathing fully and deeply down into the belly. If you feel overwhelmed at any time, you can come back to nostril breathing. So if you're feeling either too intense of a physical sensation or too intense of an emotional sensation, certainly you can come back to nostril breathing. Sometimes we experience something called tetany, which is where your fingers will sort of cramp up and sort of look like a chicken foot or maybe a lobster claw. Sometimes you can feel it around your mouth. And it's perfectly okay. It's not permanent. Once you return to normal, regular breathing, your hands will relax, your face will relax, so don't worry about it. It's not painful. But if you are uncomfortable with the sensation of tetany and your hands kind of cramping up, or if it feels too strong for you, just go back to nostril breathing. And that sensation will pass, and your hands will relax, your face will relax, and everything will be okay. So, a couple of contraindications to breathing through the mouth. If you have cardiovascular disease, if you have detached retina or glaucoma, if you have a diagnosed brain or abdomen aneurysm, or epilepsy, diagnosed bipolar or schizophrenia, uncontrolled diabetes or thyroid conditions, if you suffer from high blood pressure, or maybe you are currently pregnant and you've got a delicate pregnancy, you are still welcome to breathe, and I encourage you to be here with us today. You're just going to want to breathe through your nose, and you just want to breathe just normally, just as you normally do. So not forcing the breath or rushing the breath or having too intense of a breath. So just relaxing, breathing. You can still focus on the breath, but just keep it just as your natural breath would be. So this is a good time if you need to use the restroom, or to kind of create a little nest for yourself or get your area prepared. And if there are any questions, happy to answer questions. I will be coming around the room if you are okay with touch. I may touch you during the breath work. If you don't want to be touched, just let me know. If you are having any concerns or problems during the breathwork class, just raise your hand straight up in the air and signal me, and I will get to you as soon as I can to provide you with any assistance. But otherwise, I think we are ready to start the music and to start our breathwork journey. So enjoy, everybody.